What is going on, Pokemon Go trainers? Welcome to episode 296 of the Lured Up podcast, where we take Pokemon Go way more seriously,
Way more seriously.
wow, than we do our eardrums. How is everybody doing? We hope you're having a great day. It's Saturday, January 13th, 2024. We're currently streaming this live on twitch.tv/ Pokemon Professor Network. If you're here live, thank you so much. If you're checking out the VOD on YouTube or the audio, hi,
Leave a
welcome.
like,
We love you.
subscribe.
Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Spread the gospel, the Lured Up Arceus gospel, all that good stuff. I'm Ken Pescator. That's Adam Tuttle. Adam, what's up, man? How are you?
Hey trainers. Hey Ken, how you doing?
I'm
I'm
okay,
doing
man.
good.
You're doing good. That's good. I like that you're
Yeah.
doing good.
Better than the other day.
Yeah, you're. You know, look, it's impossible to not be sick right now. I think I've had somewhat of a cough that's been with me for I don't know, 3 years now or something.
Yeah,
It's
today I
like
had to step
crazy.
off. Well, today I had to step off the register. I was coughing up. I just couldn't stop. My eyes were watering. I was like, I don't even know what's happening right now. I called somebody to the front. I was like, just
I can't breathe. I
yeah,
got
just somebody take
bronchitis.
over real quick.
Oh, shout out to Maddie G and Landor Alpha in the chat. What's up, y'all?
Woo!
What's going on? How are you? Welcome.
Thanks for joining my raid,
Yeah.
Lando. That was appreciated.
Nice, 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 nice. But we got plenty to talk about. We got to recap a lot of stuff. It's been an interesting week to say the least on social media.
Weeks.
Look, there's been some stuff. We'll break it all down. But
There's
uh,
been some
well,
stuffles.
look, we had Lustrous Odyssey, right? That was the release of Dustform Lycanroc. We'll talk about that in detail, how that went. But we also had Therian Form Tornadus and I think Niantic Cat
That's Bird Natus.
stroked the keys a little bit in San Francisco and pressed some buttons to prevent shiny Tornadus from coming to the party, and that made a lot of people upset.
But how is that acceptable? Ay, ay,
Well,
ay.
hey, and then there was also an issue with Beware in GBL where it was getting Drain Punch, which is a charge move. It was learning it as a fast move and just destroying everybody, and so it's not a good week for Niantic on social. It's been a rough one. So,
Ugh.
yeah, it's been definitely interesting to watch kind of the mayhem on Twitter as everyone just kind of mashes their hands together, just waiting to take a swing, and it's been wild. We're 2 weeks into the January Expedition access. This is our monthly pass now that we've seen
Yeah, you
with
gotta
Timeless
get it. You
Travels.
gotta egg experience
I look,
this
I
expedition
I think
pass.
this is the one of the best bangs for the buck that you could get in the game, and it
Yeah, I will say just getting the incubator alone is priceless.
sure. I mean it's not
It's like
priceless. It's
having a second
$5.
daily incubator.
Yeah, no, it's solid, and the it
The
kind of
hatches, not so solid, but it
well,
is
it
a solid
it begs the
benefit.
question about monetization. We haven't talked about this in a while, and months and months
Well,
ago we
do
talked
we
about.
need to talk about it?
Yeah, because we talked about battle passes, we talked about a subscription model, and it's like now we're seeing this, probably for all 3 seasons of or all 3 months of Timeless Travels. We know that, so $15 there. We're gonna take a look back at the requests for spending that Niantic has put on its trainers and talk about how this $5 ticket kind of fits into the normal spending model, because what we're seeing here is when you get the ticket, you get some stuff like incubators that you might have been purchasing with coins. So does the $5 cash investment impact your future investment over the month buying coins that you would normally buy items with? There's a lot to talk about with monetization. I want to dig into it, so that'll be kind of our wrap up convo. We'll get
Okay,
there.
well, please remind me eggs and per day when we
Eggs
get
and
there.
per day. Okay, we had Rowlet Community Day this past week, which was great. Porygon
I
Community
did
Day.
not finish
Oh no, the
the
special
timed
research,
research.
dude. It's like
Yeah.
two things.
Yeah, well, it said catch 15 Rowlet, and I'm at 13 out of 15.
Oh joy, you gotta
It's
love
another
that.
one of those Mudkip
Yep. Yeah. And then you
situations.
hang on to the special research for like a year. It's
Yeah,
fantastic.
till next December.
Yeah. It's amazing. Porygon Community Day Classic announced, and then awesome February Chansey Community Day, but it's happening the first week of February. So between Rowlet, Porygon, Chansey, we have 3 community days within like a 29-day period. That's a lot of community day stuff, which if you're a Pokemon Go trainer and more of a core IRL gamer like that, that's 3 days of the month. 3 days in a month kind of window that the game is taking you, you know,
Over.
over a little bit. So
Yeah.
uh, we've talked about pacing in this game plenty, how Niantic is relentless with events, and sometimes events are easy to like overlook, like, oh, I'll back down on this. But when it comes to Community Day, that's typically the one that will get everybody going, you know? So 3 of them packed in a 29-day period. I mean, I like it, but I'd like to hear what everybody thinks of that. Hisuian Typhlosion Raid Day is tomorrow, so very excited for that. Samurott was awesome. Free raid pass is always a good thing if you're out there IRL, so get on it. We'll talk about the increase in remote raiding and how a lot of the people that were so opposed to the remote raid nerf are still just buying into the remote raid system, not realizing that the hypocrisy and wanting a remote raid return, right? But then they're still purchasing into the system that they seem to hate, and how you know what's happening, Adam? Is there a plow?
Well, yes, but it's the salt truck. But I thought it was an airplane at first going over, and it just got closer and closer, and like that's not.
Was
I
it
don't
an
know what that sound
airplane on
is.
your lawn? But no, it's Hisuian Typhlosion. Good stuff. Remote raids. It's an interesting conversation. We'll get there as well. Raging Battles will be the next event coming in about a week or so,
I'm
and it
very excited about this
it brings new
personally.
Pokemon. It pairs with GBL and Go Battle Week. So there's some kind of stacking of events and things going on there. We'll break it all down. We have Go Tour Sinnoh details. This is incredible. Adventure effects have been announced along with the origin forms of Dialga and Palkia. Game changer moment. Game changer moment for Pokemon Go. Adventure effects. We'll get there. And Pokemon Go has partnered with Fendi, and avatar items are pretty cool. They're probably the only versions of these items that you'll be able to afford because they're free. And the Fendi stuff in stores
It's
definitely
very
is very
expensive.
expensive. So we'll take a look at all that good stuff. Shout out to Agent X, Casa de Cubo, and Debbie in the chat. Oh,
But the
appreciate
question,
all y'all.
the question, it begs the question: is the clothing just the brand name, or is it you'll never need another sweatshirt ever again because this is made of the most stellar
Bro,
quality materials?
I bet you put this Fendi Dragonite hoodie up against the Old Navy John in the dryer 100 times over. I bet you that Old Navy one holds up better. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm
But I
saying.
bet
So
you
it's
that
like, be
Fendi one's
careful.
comfortable
Be
though.
careful.
Well, I don't think anyone has to really worry
I
about
have
it.
seen a Dragonite meme that somebody made. It's like, it's Dragonite, but it just says broke
Yeah,
AF
broke.
on
Yeah.
it. Or something along those lines. I'm like, it's perfect.
Nice, nice.
That's
All
the
right.
only sweatshirt you really need.
Well, Adam, let's get into it. We'll start with the
I know,
January
we're not even
content
in the
update.
show.
Let's talk about Tornadus. Okay, so Therian Form Tornadus was launched a couple days ago. We talked, I think we had mentioned last week about when Pokemon come back, there's a lot of repeat Pokemon here in January. So what we were expecting is everyone would probably raid these Pokemon really heavy in the beginning of their release window, and then they would die off. So the most popular time for most trainers to raid Tornadus is going to be when Tornadus launches. And I think it was, I don't know, I don't know how far into the launch of Tornadus, but reports start coming out like, hey, has anyone seen a shiny? Has anyone seen anything, anyone post anything? And it turns out thousands and thousands and thousands of reported raids, no shinies across the board. Then they finally turned it on by the time it hit the U.S. But another blunder, another Niantic Cat blunder. Now we're
Wow.
gonna pair this with what we were talking about with Beware, And beware, it says there's a Niantic support trader. It says here, trainers, we've identified an issue with Beware that learned the fast attack Drain Punch in December. The issue has been resolved. Any affected Beware will learn Shadow Claw as a fast attack instead of Drain Punch. But I'm going to scroll down here, and there's actually a video in this thread of a Master League Beware just decimating. It's just an example, but when you see the amount of damage that this fast attack does, it's just taking it apart. It's just absolutely insane. So we have that goof up. So we have an error in Thundurus or Tornadus. We have an error with Beware and GBL. And now let's take it to Lustrous Odyssey, which is the event that we had last week. And we'll talk about the event in a second, but let's talk about the not so elephant in the room, and that's Lycanroc and the release of Dusk Form Lycanroc, and how with the way with the way Rockruff was rolled out, and people like kind of banking and holding on to hundos and shinies and things like that, saying like, when this Dusk Form comes out, I'm ready. And Lustrous Odyssey comes out and they say, hey, no, only Rockruff caught from this event forward have the chance at being a Dusk
See,
Form.
that's really shady, because the chance, and I understand with the whole game and you need a certain stuff. Like, I get it, but I've hatched a ton of them, and I have not hatched one that allowed me to be Dust Form. So, like, I couldn't even enter contests. First off, let's just talk about contests right now. I'm so uninterested with contests that have Pokemon that have nothing to do with me, because I wasn't lucky enough. I didn't hatch enough eggs. I didn't do enough raids. It's really makes you feel bad, and makes you feel like, oh, I should have spent a crap ton of money on eggs. I should have spent a crap ton of money on remote raids.
Okay.
Because let me tell you, I saw absolutely zero Rockruff. I heard everybody rating them. I saw it all over Twitter, but I didn't see any. And I drive home and I can see the raids,
But
and I saw zero.
let's back it up for a second. You said the main series games, there was barriers to Dusk Form in the main series, and this
Yeah.
is Niantic's kind of translation of how they're impeding the ease of Dusk Form being added to people's decks. And what ends up happening is the feeling that trainers get, and you nailed it, was, oh, this is a pay to win
Yeah, it felt
scenario.
like a money grab. It felt
Okay.
like a money grab, and then it also felt like oh, you didn't pay enough money. You didn't get to participate in the contest.
Okay. Now,
Like that was like a kick in the between the legs.
so
I'll say
so
that.
so is this resolved if they would have released Rockruffs in the wild?
Yeah,
Yeah, right?
because then I could actively grind and play the game, play for free, play the game to increase my odds, not spend more money to
Mm-hmm.
increase my odds. And that's exactly what this was. This was spend more money to increase your odds. And now I hashtag sponsored, or whatever, hashtag Niantic, whatever it is, because we got our expedition tickets for free. So
Right.
with that, like, thank you, Niantic. We're very appreciative of that. But even with my extra egg, and I was hatching twice as many eggs that I normally would, I still didn't get one.
Yeah.
So
So
so I feel bad for the person that spent the money on the expedition pass, got extra incubators, hatched as many eggs as they could, and still didn't get one. Like, I feel for them.
yeah.
Because
So
I myself, I got the extra
you got
incubator.
you
I didn't get any single Rockruff that I could evolve.
you got the
It
ticket for
felt
free.
bad. It
You
was a
got the
big
ticket for
feels
free, and
bad.
it still feels bad.
It still feels bad. It feels even worse because I was hatching more eggs. I hatched so many. I did.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So this begs the comparison to our conversation that we had a couple weeks ago, and we've been having for a long time, of how does Niantic insert difficulty into Pokemon Go? How do they make this game hard? Um, I think when they try to do it like this, it ends up feeling more like frustration to the trainer than a difficult situation. Like this isn't like, oh, I need to try harder. You couldn't really try harder because you were limited by mechanics that force you to kind of engage with with the game in a specific way. For example, buy
Right.
more
If they had
incubators.
if they had said, "Hey, there's a trainer holding a shadow Rockruff." Okay, hear me out. There's a trainer holding a shadow Rockruff, or a like a villain, a new villain, whatever. And you had to defeat the 3 leaders before you got to the said person, just like a Giovanni, or even if Giovanni was holding onto the shadow Rockruff. And then in order to evolve it into dusk form, you just purify it and then you can. Otherwise, you get the other ones. It's just like I just don't. And then you could have you could have shadow of those, but you could never have like you'd have to make that conscious choice. You'd always have to have a purified dawn form.
See,
That makes sense though. I understand it's you, but like you'd have to fight for it. First off, you'd have to defeat the 3 leaders. Then you'd have to defeat Giovanni,
yeah.
get the Rockruff, and then you'd have to make that decision. Do I really want a Shadow Rockruff? Because you get one, and then eventually it'll come back. But like you get one, and then you can keep that drive, that want for Rockruff.
So we're gonna revisit this vibe because there's a
This was
line.
not a good vibe. That's all.
There's a line in the announcement for the Origin, Dialga, and Palkia that says raiding these Pokemon will give you a chance at learning their adventure effects. So this could be a scenario where you raid a Dialga, Origin Palkia,
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold up.
and
Because
it
you said on Twitter there was no you literally were so hyped. You're like, I can't wait to do this to increase my
I can't,
radius of catching.
dude. You only need
That's
one.
all I heard. That's all I saw.
You only
So
need
that's all I
one.
know. I think that does that.
But
So
all
for
right,
you to tell me that if you catch it, it has a
a
chance?
chance.
Oh gosh. You know
So
how many
all right,
people are going to be rating this
yeah,
and how
everybody.
oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
all the people
This
that say they're
is
not spending on the game anymore, they'll buy
I
bunker
know, but
passes.
this feels even more like
So, all right. So, getting back to
and you
Rockruff,
can't hatch this one. You can't hatch this one.
shout out to the detectives on Campfire
You
who
mean Pikachu?
Pikachu who picked up on if you found a Rockruff raid on Campfire where it was showing a generic icon for the raid, that would represent like that's a dusk form, or if you have a dusk form potential Rockruff on your nearby, it would show as a shadow the raid. Because you didn't have the dusk form evolved, so there was like these backdoor ways, Giggity, to figure out if the potential Pokemon was a dusk form. But very, very, very hard to find them. They were rare. So on top of getting a chance once you found one, for a lot of trainers, even finding one was difficult. Even finding a
Yeah, I'm
Rockruff
pretty
raid
sure Rockruff never appeared, at least from the open to close
at
times
your
of
job.
my store. Yeah. I mean, I looked at it all the time.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Shout out to Landor Alpha in the chat posting up the quote. Says trainers participating in Pokemon Go Sinnoh Global will have a chance at encountering these Pokemon with their signature attacks. The version of the event you choose will affect your chances. So a chance. So I don't know if
And the
that.
version you choose. So everybody will choose Palkia.
Well, it
Why would I want the chance to have my item last a little longer?
it's
Just a chance. Like I
yeah,
don't no, I'd rather have a chance at getting more spawns around me.
dude. It's
It literally doesn't make sense.
yeah. All right,
Unless it
so
was like, oh, times 4 for your incense. Like maybe that equates to it.
all right. Well,
Maybe.
we're talking about monetization. Feel the game feeling like it's pay to play, play to win. Let's talk about Expedition Access. So this is the $5 monthly ticket that you buy the ticket, you get a very short timed research that you can knock. It's like a whole month long
Yeah,
timed
let me tell
research
you,
that's very
there's one
short.
there's one spot that's like catch 3 Pokemon. Are you serious? Are you
Very, very
are
uninspired.
you serious?
Very uninspired. Very.
3 Pokemon. 3.
Mm-hmm. Kind of,
You
kind of
open
lame.
the game and there's 5 or 6 around you. Catch 3? Are you serious?
All right, so you pay $5.
Ken, are you
I'm
serious?
serious, dude. This is
3
what you get.
Pokemon.
I'm
What
serious.
is that quest?
One single use incubator every day. Okay, we know this is great. So you pay $5. You're
Yep, we know
hatching.
this is great.
If you can get through the use of your incubator a day, you're hatching close to approximately 30 eggs out of the $5 if you're hatching every day. Triple XP for the first catch. Triple XP for the first Pokestop spun. I saw some absolutely stupid amount of XP come through on some people's first catches, pairing it with 7-day streak and this and that. 49,000 XP off one catch, some crazy stuff. That was cool.
I'm just not that that into
Yeah,
it. I
yeah.
can't.
I know.
I just catch. I wake up and catch something.
Yeah.
I'm going to the
I'm not
bathroom.
even
Like,
seeing the
oh yeah, we
notification.
got it.
The Go Plus is
I
doing it
fast
for
catch
me.
it. I don't need to see it. I fast catch it. I'm out of there.
Open 50 gifts and receive 150 gifts. That's huge. Absolutely huge. Love that, and holding 40 in your bag. So good stuff there. The timed research, like I said, very uninspired. Come on, give us here's what I think. If they're
Hatch
gonna,
an egg.
but you think, right?
Hatch 2 eggs. Hatch 2 eggs. Make it challenging.
But if they're gonna do this every month, right? Why not? Like, we hate when they time gate our special research, right? This is a timed research that lasts all a month. You're buying it because it's a monthly thing. Why not gate this to stretch out the value or the perceived value of the $5 ticket? Because rather than just getting this incubator every day, why not engage us with the research itself for the course of the month? Where it's
Yeah, but
like,
then we would complain that the rewards don't match the
that people wouldn't finish it or
effort.
something. But
Oh yeah.
now we're back to the conversation of difficulty. How do they make the game hard? How do they?
But like catch 10 Pokemon. Like make it something that I actually have to do.
Yeah,
Not something that's pastime.
catch 3 is bad. That's
Catch 30. Did somebody miss the 0
yeah,
there? I'm not sure.
that's really poor. That's
And
really bad.
stop giving me XP. Just give us in Stardust. Like I don't want XP. Oh,
All right, let's run through this really
so
quick. A
bad.
barrage of community days. We had Rowlet last week. We have Community Day Classic for Porygon coming on the 20th, and then we have Chansey, which we'll dig into a little bit, coming in February, early February 4th. So, Adam, how about Rowlet? So you were working, you had a hard time, you only caught 12.
No, well, I mean, I'm on page. Hang on.
I'm sorry you couldn't finish. That's the worst, and now you have to hold on to it.
Well, work. What was it? A Saturday?
Yeah.
Um, I believe it was the week. Yeah, because it was last. No, it was 2 weeks ago, right? I don't know. All I know is we were very busy, more busy than I thought we would be, and it was just because, like, I don't know. We were just very busy.
It was
That's all.
brutal in New Jersey. It was super cold. So we played indoors. Bell Works in Homedale. That place is become our indoor kind of escape, which is fantastic. I made a post on Insta and Twitter saying like how positively having an indoor place to play is for a community. So if you have plans to play outside and the weather gets terrible or it's too cold, you have a place to go to fall back on to play inside. You know, what ends up happening is for my community, it's like everyone goes to Red Bank, and if the weather's crap, everyone goes to the Bell Works. So even if you don't connect with people to like make the connection of saying like, hey, we're moving from here to here, the people just show up because we have two different places to play. It's really nice having that, and I recommend every community try to find that if possible, mall or something like that.
I'm on page 3 out of 4, and I just need to catch 3 or 2 more Rowlet.
Jeez, that's brutal.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Porygon real quick. We've seen Porygon before. I remember when this was a rare catch back in the Kanto days, which was awesome. Porygon Z will know Tri-Attack. This is what it's known previously in the past. It'll be the dollar special research. Triple XP, Adam, XP. Now that you're level 50.
I could care less.
So we've talked about Community Day Classics being the great place to put triple Stardust. Now they're putting triple XP. Does this potentially hint that a level cap increase is coming? We've heard rumblings, people talking about it. Do we need a level cap increase?
I don't think so, but the hardcore grinders will tell you we need one.
I think we need one. I think that uh, what we're seeing on Twitter, what we're seeing on social, a lot of the core gamers, for whatever reason, they might be angry at Niantic or they might be bored with the game. Whatever the reason, uh, end game users need more, I think, than what the game is providing if they're unhappy with the state of the game. Because if they're unhappy with what Niantic is delivering, meaning like routes and Mateo and party system and all this stuff, if they're unhappy with it, they're not just gonna re-fall in love with the game. They need something to keep, the carrot at the end of the stick kind of thing. Is that a shiny Sneasel on camera
It's a
right now?
shiny Sneasel.
Shiny on screen for Adam. Holler.
I'm gonna catch it. It's 1,004.
But Adam, the big news here is Chansey Community Day. Super hyped
This
for
is
this.
this is your community day.
Very
This was
excited.
this has I'm sure somebody somewhere said this is Ken Community Day,
Let's
but we
do this
can't
for
call
Ken.
it that. So let's call it Chansey
Remember when they
Community
made
Day.
that TCG card with Blissey on top of the Valor Gym that I told them
Yeah.
to make? Yeah, I was just like, dude, make this card, and then they made it. Yes, I was like, yeah, hey, make this Chansey Community Day a thing. They were like, okay. No, Wild Charge, Blissey, which is pretty cool, and Dollar Special Research, Double Catch Candy, and Quarter Hatch Distance. Candy is going to be very high demand here because if you have a chance, if you get a good Blissey, you're going to want to power it up all the way because these are amazing gym defenders, and like I feel bad for the gymmers out there because your opposing gyms are about to be stacked with nice rotund pink goodness of Blissey. I'm very excited for this, and give me that Candy XL. That's all I'm saying because I need to power up the squad. Happiny is hatching from 2K eggs, and the Happiny that have a chance of happening, so it's not the only Pokemon in the 2K pool, but the Happiny that do hatch from 2Ks will have the same shiny rate, 1 in 20, 1 in 25, whatever it is, of Chansey that you catch during the Community Day window. So this is the third Community Day over a 29-day period. Adam, how do you feel? How are you feeling about the 2 to 5 p.m.? And do you think with the winter kind of coming into the States here that we need to go back to
Yeah,
the
because
11
at
to 2?
4:23 ish,
It's getting
it's
dark.
already it's sunset and then it's cold. I mean, it's
Yep.
already cold, but like then it's dark, it's cold, it's dangerous out. Roads start to get icy.
So, but is
It's
that
not.
is
I
that
would
too
I
much to
would
ask because we're not? This is a global game, or is it due?
I think it's due. We haven't had a switch up in a while.
It's been a while, right? Well, I
Yeah,
don't even
it's
remember
been
it.
a while.
It's been a while. I don't even remember the last time, honestly. Damn. Pokemon
I
researchers. When
feel
was the last
I
one?
feel there needs to be two paths, and it just says, do you want this time or this time?
We talked about that once before. I think it breaks up the mission of trying to get the community together in one spot just by splitting it right down the middle. It's too that's too tough. But I will tell you what'll bring people together, and that's raid days. We have Hisui and Typhlosion debuting in raid day tomorrow, which is amazing. I really enjoy these raid days. They've been a lot of fun, and this is kind of leading into the whole Sinnoh thing and the Legends Arceus thing. Like just really leaning into it. I love it. It can be shiny out of the gate, which is exciting. Sunday, January 14th, tomorrow, from the time of this recording, from 2 to 5 p.m. Receive up to 5 free raid passes if you're doing these in person. The remote read limit, it was 10 for Samurott. It's 20 for Typhlosion here. Now,
Why is the increase? Why?
I'll tell you why. Because they probably saw a lot of people smacking against that 10 limit, and they were like, ha! If we make it 20, will they spend 20? And guess what? Yeah, they will. If you buy the $5 optional ticket, you get 8 additional passes. So if you were to spend $5 and you were raiding throughout the 3 hours, subsequent raids, spinning new gyms each time or spinning a gym each time, 13 raid passes, $5 total investment with the increased chance at Candy XL. plus some XP and Stardust and all that stuff. Good stuff. So, raid days. Let's talk about it. How important is the $5 ticket to people in your community? When you talk about people raiding outside, are they buying this ticket or are they doing their 5 and running to the hills?
I'm not gonna lie, it's been a while since I've had that chat
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the community. So
So, how about what are you noticing? Like when Samurott was out, like
I was at work.
you were at work. Okay, I was gonna say like because my invites were blowing up. Like I was getting so many invites, which was awesome. Being able to rate it a day
Yeah, I
early.
know. I know that I was getting invites. I just only had one remote raid pass, so I only did one.
Yeah, yep, yep. Hey man,
Oh no, wait. What was I? Or was it?
I think you said you did one for Samurott. You
I'm
did
trying to
one.
remember. Yeah, I did one, but I think I was just driving. I think I was driving, so I was at that show. I think. I think it was a show. I'm
Maybe,
not sure.
maybe, maybe, maybe.
I don't know. You're gonna have to listen to like 7 episodes past to figure it out.
But no, I think raid hour is a struggle to get people together to raid because it's every week. So if they do one raid day, kind of 3 hour window, uh, I think that's a good idea. And we get the benefit of being on the tail end of the time zones, so we can raid New Zealand, Japan raids ahead of our daily limits, even and all that.
That is true. That is true.
But let's talk about back to the monetization thing with why are they increasing this to 20 now? Okay, well because people are still spending. And like does this game have or does social media around this game have a serious hypocrisy problem where people are so anti-spending, anti-Niantic, anti-remote raid, stuff, but here they are continually buying remote raid passes and raiding the hell out of these Pokemon and hitting the limiter. Hitting the limit. Like
See, I buy one remote raid pass, and then it's just like the shock of it is like there goes 2 days or 4 days worth of coins, and I'm like, I guess I'll have to save up the whole week to get another one.
yeah.
So I know not to spend. Like, it's pretty bad, but I
That's a
basically just don't spend.
that's another thing we've never talked about or haven't talked about in a while is when with the 50 coin daily limit, it was a lot better when the economy in the game was, you know,
A lot better.
in its 1.0 and not its current, 2.0 because it, getting 50 a day every day and,
It's
when
like there's nothing to buy with
there's
50.
there's nothing to buy
Like,
for
yeah, yeah, I can
350.
get an incense, but like, I no.
Yeah,
I can't get an incubator. I can't even get a normal incubator.
it's
That's
like
3 days of work
it's like when
for a
inflation goes up, minimum wage goes up. Like they need to increase our daily limit a little bit. You know what I mean? Minimum wage needs to go up.
when they tested doing those extra activities during the day, make it be like do party play for at least 15 minutes, gain 5 coins or something. You know what I mean? Do something to incentivize us to do that.
Yeah, I remember when they did the 100 coin test stuff in Australia, New Zealand, I think, and they had like
Yeah, it was a great
challenges and
test
yeah,
because
yeah.
no, we never saw that. That's
I
great.
I guess it
That's great.
failed.
Clearly something positive. No, you can't have it. Sorry.
Oh,
Positive?
that's great.
No. Negative? All right, let's
All
go.
right.
All right. You want a super powered beware? All right, let's get it on.
All right. Before we take a break, Adam, let's talk about
You want an impossible rock
raging
ruff to turn
battles.
into the Dawn Fort?
Yeah.
Oh, you got it.
Prepare yourself for Battle Week event featuring the debut of the Rage Monkey Pokemon, Annihilate. Fantastically designed Pokemon. I love the design of this Pokemon. So cool looking. Really takes the whole Mankey thing to the next level. Raging Battle is going to be from the 19th to the 24th. Annihilate making its debut with a shiny available out of the gate. I like Niantic doing this with these kind of alternate regionals, and then it's good to have the shiny available. It's going to get people excited. Team Go Rocket will be around more throw and sock breaking region lock. So this is exciting for shiny hunters. You can hunt an out of region regional, which is really nice. Wild encounters, we see a bunch of fighting stuff. or tough Pokemon. Mankey, Machop, Lickitung, Gligar, Sableye, Throw, and Sawk. Scraggy also in the mix, can be shiny. In raids, Snubble, Houndour, Pancham, Marini. Pancham, this
Is
might...
the only one that you would raid.
Yeah,
Nothing
I
else.
think so.
Period.
I
Nothing.
think
If
so.
anybody invites me to any other raid other than Pancham, no.
But now Primeape in
Primeape
raids
in here is shiny.
can be shiny. So this is a change. This is different. It's not a mega Pokemon. Annihilate is, it's not. This is different. So exciting. We've
And
talked
that
about
and
this.
again, that's the only one that I would accept any raids to is Primeape.
Yep. Field research for Mankey. I mean, obviously, if you want the Annihilate, you got to start there. There will be collection challenge, but now this event, what makes it cool is it's going to be pairing with Go Battle Week, which is also the 19th through the 24th. Go Battle Week Timeless Travels. Quadruple Dust, which is great for wins. The max number of sets will bump from 5 to 10. So you have double sets, but it's for a whole week. So it's not like
Wow.
one day to do 100. You can now do 350 over the 7-day period, which is really awesome. Free battle-themed timed researches will be available. Rewards include the avatar item Ingo style hat. Paid battle-themed timed research for $1, so another $1 ticket. Great Ultra Master. And then there'll be an additional $2 ticket for research tasks for Rare Candy, a Rocket Radar, Stardust, and 2 premium battle passes. 2 options to spend here. So we're going to come back to the monetization conversation. But looking at this event and seeing a release of a new Pokemon, seeing it paired with GBL, we're hoping that there will have some relevance here. I haven't looked at JRE's analysis yet. But hopefully we'll have some good stuff going in GBL. But it when we talk about monetization, we've talked in the past. Hey, it would be nice if there was like a good, better, best. Give me a free option, give me a middle of the road option, and give me a premium option. So now we have play for free, play for $1, play for $2, or play for free and pay for $3. You have options. So looking at this event top to bottom with the release of the new Pokemon, with the pairing of Go Battle Week, how's this tickling your jellies?
I'm very excited for it.
It's a good one. I think it's
I
good.
just hope that the shinies actually are turned on.
You imagine 2,000 reported
I don't have
raids
to
of
imagine.
Annihilate.
Ken, I don't have to imagine. It happens too often for me to not think that it will
I
happen.
put on Twitter the other day, I was like, oh, it's been a while, but Niantic has struck again. Someone responded like, what are you talking about? They forgot to turn one on last week, too. It's bad, man. It's bad. Can't. It's tough. Tough to figure that out. Got a little cluster. In front of me right now. Got Dedenne. Dedenne is one I've been really trying to get that shiny for. But quadruple dust for battles. On those 100, the Go Battle days where you could do 100 battles. Have you ever knocked out 100? Have you ever done a full
No.
100?
Nope.
So it's a grind. And I love that for the GBL trainers. I think that this is a cool way. Again, we talked about difficulty, right? How do you make battling more difficult even though it's a multiplayer experience? It's like, oh, we'll just turn the volume up. Let people do 100. And the people that are putting in 100, like that's a flex. That's a serious challenge. And I totally dig that. But I think when they're pairing a GBL event with an actual in-game event, I think it adds a little bit more credo to the immersion of the Go Battle event, because the Go Battle events sometimes feel like these like isolated things where, it could be 11 o'clock at night and a lot of trainers will be like, oh, I forgot I could do 100 sets today, but it's too late now, Whereas like an event
That's typically what'll happen.
Right.
I'll sit down, or I'll wake up and I'll play a few sets, go to work. On my break, I'll play a few sets, and then I'll get home, play a few sets, and then be like, all right, man,
But
that's
if an in-game event, you're gonna know. You're gonna know the first time you turn the game on, you see it. You're gonna see the Pokemon and the encounters. you're not going to like forget about an event happening if you're looking at your screen, but you could look at your screen all day and then remember at the end of the day, like, oh, today's Go Battle Day. That's right. So because they're stretching it out over the whole week, because they're pairing it directly with the the Raging Battles event, I think it's a good look. I think this is really cool. I enjoy it. I think it's a good job on Niantic's side of making this happen. But Adam, let's take a break. Let me go. I'm catching Pokemon here. I'm just gonna say this the Dene. I need it. I need that to Dene. But let's take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about Sinnoh Tour. We'll talk about adventure effects. We'll talk about Fendi. We'll talk about monetization. We got a lot of stuff to close out on. But let's do that. Audio listeners, we'll be back right after this. And video viewers, we're still here.
That sounds good.
Hi, Trat. Hi, chat. Chat. Hi. Hold on.
Yes, it's the Trat chat. It's the Trat chat.
Squid the Beast in the house. What's happening?
Squid the Beast.
Hamtaro's
what's going on?
Here. What's happening?
I probably should open that gift.
What gift? Hamtaro's?
No, Squid the Beast.
Yeah, man. Open your gifts, brr. Alright, we got origin forms, monetization. Dazzling Dream. All right, so we'll come back. We'll touch base on Dazzling Dream. That's where we're at now. And then we'll talk about Sinnoh, Origins, Adventure, Effects, Fendi, Monetization. All right, Adam, how you looking?
Give me 1 second here. Me. And I'm still defending 5 gyms in Santa's Village.
Amazing.
All Delibirds.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready, sir. And it's my best buddy.
Ready, spaghetti.
So I'm very
that's
sad about it.
And
we are back
from our break. Thank you so much for that.
Yes.
Little housekeeping to get through before the second half of the show. This podcast is powered by Patreon, and you can check ours out over at patreon.com/Pokemon Professor, where you can support this show and all the shows on the network for as little as $1 a month. And that $1 will get you access to our patron exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. And all patrons are eligible to participate in our Pokemon Go and TCG Live prize tournaments. We had our Gym Leader Challenge. Congrats to First Olympian for defeating me in the first ever Lured Up Gym Leader Challenge. He'll be developing his own meta in his own gym for February. He also earned himself, and I'll pull it up on screen here, he earned himself the Garden State badge, which is this wonderful Jersey tomato, which is so awesome.
I love that.
And an Anchor Charger. So he gets a little gym badge and an Anchor Charger for defeating me. I almost had him. I sent him the Fast and Furious. I was like, dude, I almost had you. He sent me back immediately, Vin Diesel. You almost had me? You never had me. You never had your car. So good. So that's been a lot of fun. But check that out in our Discord. Huge thanks to our gym leader patrons. Absolutely Ryan, Ben, DJ Wonderbread, Halda Counselor, GK, Sue, Jamal, Mythical Hitch, Joseph, Beardbow, Baggins, and Big Za Minus. Special thanks to our executive producer, Paul Bott, as well as the other EPs on the network, Tish Smith and Kate the Cons. And make sure you check out Pokemon Professor for everywhere you can connect with us, leave us some reviews, get some merch, all that good stuff over at PokemonProfessor.com. All right, Adam, we'll touch on this really quick. We'll ultimately come back to this next week, but we are in the Dazzling Dream event. We have cutie flies everywhere. Double dust you can't shake a stick at. But one thing I did want to talk about with this is the collection challenge. And in the collection challenge, it's requiring you to hatch 4 eggs: Togepi, Spritzy, Swirlix, Cutiefly, out of
Oh my goodness.
7Ks. A lot of people miss timed research stuff, especially when it's short-lived like this is, because they don't scroll down in the Today View and don't even notice it. So everybody take a look at their Today View and realize you better start hatching some 7Ks to get these 4 Pokemon. I am terrible with 7Ks because I'm always on the Go Plus. I'm always spinning. I never have open egg slots ever. So when I hatch an egg, by the time animation goes through, I've probably spun another stop and filled it with another 5K or something horrendous. But you do have to hatch these 4 Pokemon, so get on that if you're a completionist and you want to take care of that, because not easy to complete this one. But Carbink is in here. It's pretty cool. Crazy avatar items, but we'll talk about this next week. We'll talk about it as we get into detail. But Adam, the big deal is the origin forms of Dialga and Palkia being announced for Sinnoh Tour Los Angeles. Ultimately, they'll be global as well. But when we scroll down, we see harness the powers of time and space, experience a legendary debut, origin form. Dialga and Palkia make their Pokemon Go debuts at Pokemon Go Tour Sinnoh. Trainers can encounter this powerful duo in raids for the first time during space-time anomalies at Pokemon Go Tour Sinnoh, Los Angeles. 30 minutes of each hour during event hours will be this space anomaly. So for the first 30 minutes of every hour, regular Dialga and Palkia. For the second 30 minutes of every hour, Origin Dialga and Palkia. So that's kind of cool for those that are attending in Los Angeles. Now, you might say, well, I'm not attending Los Angeles, but I want to remote raid these Origin form Pokemon. Can I do that? You sure can. However, it says here right on the page, trainers without an active Pokemon Go Sinnoh Los Angeles ticket or citywide gameplay add-on can participate in Origin Form Dialga and Origin Form Palkia raids, but will not be able to encounter a shiny one or one that knows its signature attack until Pokemon Go Tour Sinnoh Global. So, this will be exclusive with their attacks, exclusive for Los Angeles people only. Space-time anomalies, we talked about that. During the anomalies, unknowns will be spawning, additional Pokemon in all habitats, and the origin forms will be around. And then here we go with the attacks. Oh, these can't be transferred to home. But here are our new effects. And Adam, this is going to be, in my opinion, one of the coolest things and the biggest game changers in our everyday playing ritual, our normal routines. Everyone has their daily routines, right? Like, oh, I got to send my gifts. Oh, I got to mega evolve my Pokemon. Oh, I got to bury my Pokemon. Oh, I got to... This will be something, in my opinion, that most hardcore trainers will incorporate into their daily gameplay. I really do believe it's going to impact that big of a scale.
Yes, I 100% agree. And I actually was just looking at Dialga, and I understand now.
So, Origin Form Dialga's signature attack, Roar of Time, will temporarily pause the timer on certain items. Spatial Rend, Origin Form Palkia's signature attack, Spatial Rend will temporarily increase the distance at which you can encounter wild Pokemon. Okay. So, how is all
But
this
it
going to
looks
work?
but it looks like the daily incense, because they're showing off a Galarian Moltres in the key art little
So,
display.
I'm skipping by all the other news here about Sinnoh Tour, with the exception, I
Yeah, it's like,
apologize for...
yeah, shiny quad, like
Yeah. I'm just going to go all the
Quillfish,
way
but
down
like,
to the
yeah.
bottom. Paranormal Puzzle, a Rotom puzzle for people in Los Angeles. This looks really cool and exciting. We also have over here, I can't even like scroll to it on this non-responsive website. Here we go. We have Regigigas Colossal Fun awaits, blah, blah, blah. Party play. Okay, yeah, fun. A new encounter on routes, White Striped Basculin, releasing exclusively on routes. in Sinnoh Tour Los Angeles. Very, very exciting. So all the crybabies will have to do routes even if they don't like it. Sinnoh snapshots, really cute stuff. But all right, let's get back to business here, and I want to talk about these adventure effects. And let me cue this up properly with another web page here. So I'm going to pull up this page for the video viewers. We've got a little animation here that shows uh, Palkia and Dialga, origin forms. It looks super cool, super high quality animations, all this good stuff, blah, 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 blah. Give me the goods. Give me the goods. And here we go. Roar of Time. Trainers can activate the adventure effect associated with Roar of Time by using 5,000 Stardust and 5 Dialga candy, distorting time for 6 minutes, and pausing the timers on Incense, Daily Adventure Incense, Lucky Eggs, and Star Pieces. Adam, you saw that right. Daily Adventure Incense. You can pause this for 6 minutes by spending 5,000 Stardust and 5 Dialga candy. You can extend the timer of Roar Time's adventure effect in increments of 6 minutes by using more Stardust and more Dialga candy. The timer can be extended up to 2 hours at a time, so you can scroll up to 2 hours and activate it, spending all the, multiplying the resources. And then you could stack that up to 24 hours. You have to activate it in 2-hour increments, but you can use it again for up to 24 hours total.
Okay, I thought this was something that was like it was just inherent, but now this begs the other question. You're going to need to do so many raids. And you're
Why?
going to get rid of so much
Why?
candy to do this.
This will now be my and many hardcore players' dumping grounds for regular rare candy. I have nowhere.
Oh, okay. All right.
I
All
have
right. That
no.
changes the game a
Dude,
bit.
I have
Hang 10.
nowhere to put my regular rare candy. I hang on to it. I've been dumping it in Mew. I have nowhere to put it.
When
Now,
you don't know what to Mew, you put it on Mew.
Dialga and Palkia will now be my dumpsters of rare candy.
Consumables.
So we'll talk about it after we talk about Palkia. But now this is impacting our resource management as well as our gameplay. So let's go to Palkia. Spatial Rend. Trainers can activate the adventure effect associated with Spatial Rend. By the way, these are attacks. These are moves, like charge moves. That's how the Pokemon will have them. There's no abilities in Pokemon Go. They have to deploy these things somehow. They do it through attacks. 5,000 Stardust, 5 Palkia candy, distorting space for 10 minutes, allowing encounters with wild Pokemon at an increased distance. A couple weeks ago, Niantic
Community Day.
Remember? It expanded it, and everyone was freaking out. Did they increase the rate? Why do I see Pokemon so far away? Obviously, this was a test that went haywire of Spatial Rend. When it was broken and was available in game for a little bit, the Go++ range would not catch Pokemon in that extended range. A little birdie has confirmed with me that using Spatial Rend going forward, the Go++ will activate and identify Pokemon within that extended range.
Okay, sweet.
So, you said Community Day. If you were to use this for 3 hours on Community Day, it would end up costing what do we end up saying it was, like 90,000 dust or something like that, and it's so I will be doing this every single Community Day, and anytime I have a play session where I'm out playing dedicated Pokemon Go, you best believe I'm going to be using Spatial Rend.
Imagine if you had the perfect circle to walk around and just had every single lure lured up and just go around and around and around and around.
This is going to be
cow.
a game changer. A game changer. Same thing applies. 10-minute increments up to 2 hours. You could use 24 hours total.
And it has to be your buddy to work?
Where does it say that?
Oh no, I don't know. I just
No,
see
it's
the
just an effect of the attack. So you just have to use it. Um,
okay.
at this time, Origin
Don't
Form,
gotta yell
Palkia,
at
and
me.
Dialga are unable to learn it via any TM. So you can't use an Elite TM either when this comes
Wow.
out.
What? Why?
Um,
Why have an elite TM that can't teach
on
it
on the
any
map
move?
or in the photos or the videos here, they do show it as the Origin Form as the buddy, but it doesn't say you have to. But this is pretty wild, man. This is going to change things pretty heavy duty. And of course, there were people that were trying to find negatives in this, of like, well, I don't have the Stardust or I don't have the. It's like, this is a new grind. This is a new gameplay loop, a new
But
way
let
to.
let's just let's pause for 2 seconds. Let's read Elite Charge TM. This technical machine lets you choose a charged attack to teach a Pokemon.
Yeah,
Let me choose the one I want.
it says you can't. You got to wait. You got to wait.
I just want to choose the right card, the
Every
right
hardcore
attack.
every hardcore player is going to be using this nonstop. This is a game changer on community days. In Red Bank, and I can now go from having 3 lured up lures producing Pokemon in my interaction radius to 5, 6. Like I
You
just
know what would be
it's gonna be
cool
madness.
is if when they do the raid eggs for the level 4s or the level 4 raids for community day, like so it'd be like Porygon
Okay,
2 comes
right.
out. What if the roar of time like would stop the timer and extend that extra benefit of extra Pokemon?
Oh, that would be cool. That would be cool. Well, they don't show a timer on that, really.
Well, they don't, but who knows?
But dude, daily adventure incense for roar time, like this, you're gonna be able to actually farm Galarian birds now.
Yeah.
Because I'd imagine the people that are going to be spending on roaring time, they're not going to be doing it to extend a star piece. You know what I mean? They're going to be doing it to extend their daily adventure incense. Like, I don't know, a couple hours worth of daily adventure incense while you're out playing. Like, that's wild. That's absolutely wild. Give me all those opportunities for Galarian birds. This also makes me think this might be the last hurrah for the Galarian birds before they rotate. Because now they're like, now's your chance to get them. We know you're going to be using Roar Time on Daily Adventure Incense, so go get them. Go after it. Uh, but as we wrap
Yeah,
up,
but what do they replace it with
I
as
don't know.
desirables?
Some other gimmick Pokemon, Gigantamax or something, some other gimmick. Let's talk about money. Let's talk about monetization.
I don't want to talk about
You
finances.
gotta. It's
This isn't
important.
a finance podcast.
We're gonna go to a Pogo Central tweet here, which says 2023, the year of tickets, and shows broken down by month what the game was had offered in the in-game shop, and this is not including IRL events. So Go Tour IRL or Go Fest IRL, that's not included here. So some months they ask for $2, some months they ask for $6, $1, $12, $20, $17. But these are tickets. So these are event experiences that would come with consumables, most of them. But these expenses could potentially be in addition to people buying coins. So most trainers that are spending in this game would probably spend more consistently on coins than they would on event tickets. I think that would be fair because people want raid passes, people want incubators, people want incense and lucky eggs and things like that. The tickets are probably the more premium item, even if we're talking apples to apples and dollars and cents. If someone's going to spend $12, do they buy one event ticket for one day, or do they buy $12 worth of coins that they could translate into multiple game sessions worth of expendables, of consumables? So, looking at this chart from Pogo Central here, does this look over the top to you? Because to me, it absolutely does not.
It doesn't.
It doesn't, right?
I mean, the 1 month that had the 16.99, that does look like a lot.
But
but
that's
that's
the
it.
$7.99 Master Ball ticket was in there on that month as well for that $16.99. But and it tells you like the number of tickets that were available. Like, do we are is the community too hypercritical in the mobile gaming space when it comes to what the game is asking us to buy? Because when you see it laid out, it's like when if you don't look at it in a chart like this, you don't look at it in a graphic, and you just know that you have another event in front of you with another $1 ticket or another $2 ticket, it feels bad because you have these successive requests for spending over and over. But then when you look at it here, you're like, oh, well, it's really not crazy. But this also ends in December, where January now, the new norm is $5 for
A month long.
the expedition access plus 1 to 2 community days a month. There's $1 there each. We have a couple events that are going to offer one or a $2 option or a $2 and a $5 option. So when you look at the aggregate, it's like the person might not be spending the $20 the month because if they might just buy the better ticket and not the lesser ticket. Or I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if the old school trainer that was just used to spending on a box a week or whatever, or buying $20 of coins, now that we have tickets thrown into the mix, now that we have these monthly expeditions thrown into the mix, I think it just feels like more pressure and more financial based FOMO. Does this feel like it's like over the top though? Like when I look at it, I'm just like, is this game no fun if you don't pay? Like if you don't buy anything?
Yeah, because you're not gonna be participating in any Hisuian raid days.
Yeah, but no, but Hisuian Raid Days, you get 5 passes free. That's what I'm saying. I think Niantic has done a really good job of offering tiers that allow you to still experience this stuff. Oh, you don't want to pay for the Go Tour ticket? Don't worry, there's a global version. Oh, you can't go to New York for GoFest? Don't worry, there's a global version. There's a free version of that and a paid version of that. So you have options. So Niantic is delivering different experiences based on different financial commitments. Where's the negative in this? Like that's what I don't see, because you're not being left high and dry with nothing to do if you don't pay. You can still play Community Day even though you don't buy the $1 optional research that you're going to finish in 20 seconds. You know what I mean? Like it's I don't know. I don't know. I just, do you feel like you're being asked too much to spend money in this game?
I feel like at any point, it's always spend this, spend this, spend this. Every time I open up the shop, it's never just, hey, here's these 3 boxes. It's, hey, here's a ticket, here's a ticket, here's something. Even if I've already got it, it's still in my face. And I don't like that.
Well, because
I understand I
that's
could
the
go
gift.
and
They
buy
want you
it
to
for
gift it.
somebody.
They want you to gift it. Right, right, right. I just, when you think of other mobile games, I mean, like, let's just talk about like Candy Crush or something like that, where people are spending millions. Like these games are generating so much, and it's like, it's really to speed up the in-game timers or something like that. We're not faced with any of those type of microtransactions, really. Maybe a little bit with super incubators because it speeds up the way you hatch eggs. But so much of these expenses are they're not just consumables, where previously I was spending 20 a week on coins, buying a box, buying lucky eggs, buying incense. They're just straight consumables. So whether I'm playing from home, playing out, I'm just using these in the back burner, versus a ticket where it feels more immersive and more experiential. Is there a difference in how we feel about being asked for money when there's more of an experience associated with it? Or what I'm seeing on Twitter is people just care about the reward. Oh, I'm spending $2, but I get $5 worth of goodies from it, great, I'm in. But it could be, oh, it's a $10 ticket. It's not worth the rewards or the encounters I'll get. So I don't know. Where do you think the balance is, and do you think Niantic is on the right trajectory when it comes to these expedition tickets? Like, is this the new normal?
I mean, we're gonna be stuck with it no matter what we think. Clearly, people are buying it, and I mean, it's not a bad thing.
I, I think what it comes down to is people are that, like you said, they're still buying it. They're still buying it.
Yeah,
They
I
could
know,
they could
but
complain,
that's the
but they're
thing.
still
It's
buying
like,
it.
but it makes things like the rock ruff hurt that much more because it's like we're already dumping money into the game. We're already putting our resources into the game to get more from the game, and we're getting less from the game. We're putting more in and getting less from the game.
See, but why
I
do
don't
you
know what you
feel
call
why
that,
do you feel that
but
you're
that's
getting
not a good
less though?
feeling.
Because I feel we're getting more because we're
Like,
having
yeah,
an
I'm have
experience.
the ability to hatch another egg per day. I'm hatching another egg, but I'm not getting the thing that they're advertising. Hey, here's this shiny new thing. Here's this
Yeah.
carrot, and you can't get it. Sorry.
Well, is it a gamble? Is this gambling?
It's gambling.
So
It's like opening up a pack of
so
cards.
I heard,
You just got to buy singles.
every so often things make their way back into the zeitgeist, right? And one of the things that whenever we have like a big discussion around eggs on social media comes into the loot box thing, or this is gambling and it's not worth the risk, or what are the odds, and I don't know. The game is, we're set to lose here. We're never gonna now it's we're gonna have a chance at getting an adventure effect. Like, that just doesn't feel right, because it feels like you're playing with fire, you're gambling. um is this the difficulty we've talked about? Is this how they make the game hard? You have a chance at doing it, or does it just feel terrible? I don't know. I don't know. Good stuff to talk about. Let us know how you feel. Let us know on Twitter. Shoot us an email or something, and let us know how you're feeling about monetization in the game. Um, it makes it interesting with the amount of microtransactions available for cosmetics. They're typically never even put into the conversation when it comes to monetization. The majority of there's like 500 items you could buy in the item shop, but we don't ever really talk about that. We just talk about tickets. No one's got to buy tickets, just like you don't have to buy the designer flip-flops in the store for your avatar. Dude, I bought avatar items the other day for the first time in a long time. I spent a couple hundred, change my let me pull it up on screen.
I
And
mean, I got the onesie for
show off
Delibird, and
show
I
off the
think I
new
spent
drip.
money on that.
Oh, here we go. Phone. Here we go. Show off the new drip here I got going on with my Altaria. But I bought some items, and I haven't done that in a long time. And I'll tell you, when I was buying those avatar items, I was like, man, this would be way cooler as remote raid passes. But monetization. Let's talk about it. But all right, Adam. Last thing before we wrap up, let's talk Fendi real quick. So use the code FendiX FRGMT for Fragment. FendiX Fragment X Pokemon at the rewards page for the redemptions, and get yourself some cool avatar items. The Fendi hat and the Fendi t-shirt hoodie thing. But let's take a look real quick on the actual Fendi site. And look at that t-shirt that your avatar could get by using that code for free is only $850.
$850
for a t-shirt.
Save me now.
The little clutch is $4,000. A handbag $2,500. $520 for some little gold earrings. There was some even crazier stuff. Where's the expensive one? Hold on. Where is it? And like, look at these. Who's wearing these? Nobody. Crazy View 34 more. Hold on. Where's that one? There was one bag that, like, here we go. $9,400 handbag. Like, do they think Pokemon Go trainers are buying this? I guess
I
so,
hope
right?
not.
Bro, this is some serious FU money right here. 10 G's for a Pokemon Fendi. Who's doing that?
I don't
Who
know.
who is doing that? Honey's
I
trying
just
to like
think
save me money. They're like, we can save you money. No, it's wild.
no.
Absolutely wild, man. I don't know. I just think it's funny. It's a funny collab. Um, but Hamtaro in the chat says, I'm flaunting that at the next Go Fest. You know, they get snatched. Rocking a $10,000 Dragon Knight handbag. But Adam, that's a show, man.
That is definitely
The game's in an
a show.
interesting place. A lot going on.
Things are breaking. Things aren't doing the things they're supposed to do.
But then they
People
give
aren't
us
getting the
adventure
things they're trying
effects,
to
and we're
get.
like, yay! And it's like the game breaks, and we're like, boo.
But who's to say I drop XYZ of all of my timed things and I hit special rend or whatever spatial time or who's a what's it, and they keep counting.
Are you
What
saying that
happens?
you?
Do I just lose those items after just spending all that
Yeah,
Stardust?
you'd be
And
like,
it's a high risk.
you'd be like, I
It's a
just,
high risk for these things to not work.
I
I'm
just
just
stacked.
saying.
You stack 2 hours worth of it, spend all these thousands, tens of thousands of Stardust. They're like, sorry, trainer. Here's 4 Ultra Balls. So funny.
Like,
So
what are you
good.
gonna do? How do they compensate that? Do they know? Do they have a protocol already of how to
What's
compensate
what will
for if the
happen?
game breaks? And I'm not saying it might go off without a hitch. It might be perfect. But they release a new they release down the road, they release Arceus, does both, okay? And all of a sudden you do Dialga and that one stops working. You do Palkia, stops working. And then what? How they need to have something in place, a protocol for how they fix that.
It's all gonna work. It's all gonna
I'm
work.
just
It's all
saying.
gonna
I'm
work in the
just
first
saying.
try. It's all. It's all gonna work.
It's hard to believe
Oh, so good,
in
so good. But
miracles.
thank you so much, Scipio Blue in the chat. Thank you for swinging in.
Scipio Blue
But
in the
Adam, that's
chat.
the show. Thank you so much for everyone that's live here with us on twitch.tv/Pokemon
Yes,
Professor
thank you for
Network.
listening to me
Everyone
complain.
else, check out PokemonProfessor.com for everywhere you can connect with us, leave us reviews, all that good stuff. You can email us, luredup@PokemonProfessor.com. You could give us a text or a video or a call, 732-835-8639. Leave us a voicemail, rants, blow it up, whatever you want to
If
do.
you're watching this, the VOD, you could leave a comment
Leave a
and just tell
comment.
us how you feel.
Yep, if you're here on Twitch,
It
you could
boosts the
you could
algorithm.
follow us, on
Just
subscribe
give the
on,
just give the video a like. That
smash
takes
all
no
that
time.
good cheesy stuff that all the youngins say. Smash
Cheddar
the like
cheesy.
button, smash the like button, smash follow. Thank you so much, Adam. I
Press
love
it
you.
very gently, folks.
I love you. Press that. Oh, remember we used to say that.
Yeah.
Press the subscribe button. Press the follow button.
Because
Very
if you're
gently.
watching it on your phone, just graze
Yes,
it.
graze it with
Just
your
a nice little
with your
graze.
nose. Just follow it with your nose. But thank you so much, everyone. We appreciate you. Adam, is that a show?
I think so, but we forgot to talk about the eggs and the
Oh yeah,
counting.
eggs
So
and
long story short, I believe that if my math is correct, which is probably not, but you get 30 eggs with the expedition,
yeah.
which is the equivalent of buying 10 of the incubators because you get 3 uses out of each of them, which is 1500 no 1500, right?
Yes, but the only way you can make those numbers of getting 30 is if you hatch an egg every day. So if you put an egg
Yeah,
in
yeah,
on
yeah. But
Monday,
I'm pretty sure you typically throw in 5Ks, 2Ks. I've been hatching those left and right.
yeah, yeah.
But anyways, so you get the same numbers. That's still spending 1,500. So if you equate that to coins, I don't know what that is, Ken. I didn't get that far. But equate that for your $5. You know what I mean?
I think it's worth it.
I think it works out.
I think
Yeah.
it's worth it. I think it's worth it. But when you mix that with tickets and you mix that with your normal consumables for coins, you know, how much is average? How much is the average player spending? How much is the Singaporean grandma spending? I don't know. But thank you so much, everyone. We appreciate you. Keep training, trainers. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week.
Well,
Peace.
if we look online really quickly, I know just one less thing for 1,400 for the web store coin bonus is $10 for 1,400 Poke coins.
Yeah.
So you're making out by just you're losing money not buying it.
Keep training, trainers. We'll see you next week.
Sorry for all that.
Bye, chat.
Adios.